Hello, computer the internet, and welcome back to more Danganronpa 2. We are about to start the class trial. And Brian is using the slinky to mess with the cat.
All rise!
Now then!
Blah blah blah.
Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister?
She's
You're
not tied
really
up.
quiet.
Yeah.
What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Oh yeah, that's a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
Chesto!
What the fuck? Oh, that's a sad sprite.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
You got fucking...
No, it's more. It's more.
I thought it was a Kamehameha, or maybe even a Rasengan. Oh, that's the Aura.
This will be my final blow!
Muda.
It's
It's a
useless.
7-page Muda.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami.
But you're a bear.
The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he
I
was
don't
killed
really
for
remember
trying
a
to
lot
reveal
about
the
this
traitor,
Okay, well, I guess...
Well, I know, like, how it's supposed to go.
I will rely on my own smartness.
that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid! There's no way in hell I'm the traitor!
Now that's more like it.
Jeez.
Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor, and the killer who murdered Nagito, I guess is the same thing, is here, right? Are they the same person? Or... Okay, what do we have? Well, let's listen to what they have to say.
I think this first one is definitely
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up.
Hold on.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
I'm gonna try to not use...
So that's why
my
he was
Yeah.
so
focus.
beat up.
I think that would be it.
What were they
Oh.
trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect
Bless you.
is whoever found the bomb first.
Bless you.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Well, I mean...
You're a Yakuza!
Yeah, I mean, I believe you, Fuyuhiko, but I don't believe that part. No. Were the wounds around Nagito's body and how they were tortured in the first place?
The killer didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body...
It's because the killer tortured
Yeah.
Nagito.
So that's
Fuck.
why he
I'm
was
trying
so...
not to use
What
focus.
were they trying to... Definitely the bomb's... If so, is whoever found...
That was Fuyu. I found it. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Ultimate Yakuza?
Killer didn't tape
Yeah, I know.
I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Kazuichi.
I don't like these.
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid.
I'm trying to remember what one was this one. I think it just made me duct tape it.
Like you said,
I don't think that-
But first thing-
Nagito's
first
mouth was
thing-
all shut. You obviously assume he couldn't, but that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bombs. Then, after they killed him...
Probably...
Damn it!
Duct tape on that.
Yeah.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he could, but that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Oh, because the duct tape had blood and
But if
not
you tape
blood
his mouth
underneath it,
shut...
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the main.
How is he supposed to answer anything?
Yeah.
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got
No,
information
don't.
about the bomb's location.
Wrong one.
Wrong one.
Pay attention. This is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information. Then,
Nope,
after
there.
they killed him...
Allow me to cut through those words!
We should have just let that one go.
Oh.
No,
Oh, well.
there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
That is neither here or there.
Yeah. Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
You know, duct tape's not even that hard to get off your mouth if you're like
Yeah, true.
licking it. Like it just kind of peels off.
They probably
Unless
had
you're
a deep
trying
grudge
to
against
keep your mouth
Nagito.
shut.
Yeah, yes.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah, but
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the
This is probably
fire.
where I use the Monokuma panels. It might even have that.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Ooh. Okay.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
Sorry.
I do
I got
not
it.
know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly
Alright.
high intellect.
I'm gonna let you be alone for a little while. I suddenly have the urge to poop.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well,
No,
don't worry.
don't pause the episode.
Yeah, I'm a smart boy. I
Yeah.
can handle it.
You'll probably figure it out by the time I come back in, and you're gonna be like, Ryan, sit there. I'm going to blow your mind.
Okay.
Alrighty,
I'll be back.
let's
Alright.
think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks.
So,
Is
it's just me
that
alone
okay,
now.
Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
Oh man. If only Ryan could hear that, he would laugh again. The reason for the fire, huh? I guess they're right. We need to clear that up first. Okay, do I have Monokuma panels? Yes, I do.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The
Yeah.
killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter. ...
Jeez.
Some kind of setup?
Who is
Did
white
they
noise
use the
thing?
oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
No.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter,
What?
it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Okay, yes.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
What? Shit, fuck, I didn't see the sound wave part. I didn't care what he said.
The direct cause of the oil lighter found at
The killer used something, lit the curtain on fire.
some kind of setup.
Did they use the oil?
They probably just based on the shape it can stand up
If they tipped over, it could have ignited.
some way. Maybe they used
There should have been a way to tip it over with...
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
Yes, there we go. Okay,
I
that's
agree with that.
Jeez, I'm probably not getting an A rank because I'm made too
I
many
also
mistakes.
agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought. It was the wind pressure.
No.
A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
That's not the only way to play with dominoes, but yeah.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second.
Wait, the fire shouldn't have reached his arm if that diagram is accurate. So what caused the rope to burn if it wasn't the fire?
And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
It was dark.
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
They scattered panels other places too. They killer did something else to hide. The MP3 player? That would cause us to be distracted, right?
I see!
Yeah.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
That makes sense. Inside the warehouse felt, yeah, this is... Yep. Yeah, skip.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right?
How good is Kane's hearing? Jeez.
Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Yeah, because there's something stuck on it.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But that wouldn't be enough, right? The panels are pretty light.
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
That door is the only entrance to the warehouse. I see. So what Ramashiaki is talking about is...
I see!
Well, that's obvious, because everyone was already there.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
It's because everyone was already there. It's obviously set up ahead of
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
We were all... And listen, everyone... The killer can only be one of us 6, and all 6 of us were in front of the door. So obviously this was set up beforehand. Guys, come on!
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Exactly! Thank you, Fuyuhiko. Jeez.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some
These guys,
kind of
hi
setup was
Ryan, these guys are
used.
killing me. They're like, but the killer couldn't have escaped since that's the only door. They're like, well obviously there was set up ahead of time, because all 6 of us were already right there. And if they can only be one of the 6 of us, so obviously there's no one inside the warehouse. Come on guys!
You don't have to think so hard.
Yeah.
There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Oh, really? Huh?
You don't mean...
He's not with us right now.
But if that's true, it's murder.
Hajime? What do you mean?
Person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Are we talking about Nagito? Because... you already said it's not a suicide.
This is my answer.
I guess that's the answer I had to give.
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
He's also the ultimate
Not
lucky student.
just the
Yeah.
victim. What does that
Oh,
mean?
wait, does that mean... does that mean if he tried to kill himself it wouldn't work because his luck would prevent it?
Unless he was aiming for a specific person.
I still don't get it, but okay, I'll figure it out eventually.
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
Or did you forget that the fucking duck?
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
I mean, I guess, but it doesn't seem likely.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Well, there's one free arm, but I assume that happened after the fire, unless the diagram I was showing was correct and the fire is only in a brief area.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
I think the truthful is this one.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm a smart boy, I can figure it out. You're not my real dad.
Apparently not.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Doing what?
Apparently you're not.
That's
You haven't
obviously
figured it out already.
impossible.
Tying just the legs is
shut
one
up.
thing,
I
but
figured out all the other things.
tying both arms would be impossible.
I think.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Tail? What front
Dirty
tail?
joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah. Jeez.
I think it is front row. I think it's where Chico.
To actually tie up
This?
your own arms and
No.
legs.
The green one?
That's obviously impossible.
Okay.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be
there.
impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your
I'm
teeth?
trying not to use
Or
my...
if you use your
thing.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually
I
tie
want
up,
that
that's
achievement.
obvious.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with. It'd be impossible if you were.
How about
Fuck.
if you use your teeth?
I have
Or
to
if
use
you
it,
use
don't
your
Dirty
No.
joke! Is that a dirty joke?
You just have to slow down.
To
Not slow the
actually tie
world
up, that's
down.
obvious.
Tying just the leg, tying both
Don't
arms
go
would
the
be
world
impossible.
on
You
us.
couldn't do much with the
Okay.
free arm.
Okay.
Come on.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
What? That's not right.
Hold on. Oh, both arms and legs.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obvious.
Tying just
Ah,
the leg, tying
the
both
fucking
arms
white
Couldn't do much
noise.
with
I hate
would be impossible.
everything.
How about if you... Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Okay.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, I thought that was it, but then you said no.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that
No.
Why do I listen to you?
I don't know. You did. You listened to me when I talked about Chiaki, didn't I?
What does that mean? Are you saying it is Chiaki? Is Chiaki the traitor?
Maybe.
I fucking knew it.
What? I mean, it's no
Fuck.
mistake that his arms and legs were.
Damn it, I like
But
Chiaki though.
who said Chiaki was the bad guy?
That's true, the Future Foundation seemed to be wanting to keep us alive this whole time.
And we're just believing everything fucking Monokuma tells us.
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
But that means Chiaki's gonna die. Damn it.
The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The group that burnt rope was on Nagi's trap was his sleeve.
Yep.
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too, but I wasn't sure if it was right.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely,
Well,
right?
kind of really. You can only move the right arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be the case.
You can bend up, tie both the legs.
Wait, hold on. If the wounds are self-inflicted, that would make sense why there's none on his right hand, because you can't exactly stab your own right arm, so he can only do his left. Was it really self-inflicted?
Yes.
What? Why would he do that? He's so fucking crazy!
Do you know? Wait. There's one thing you need to figure out. How'd the knife get in his right hand?
Shit.
There was something else at the scene of the crime that we brushed off.
The girder.
No.
Oh.
Come on. You can do it.
What else?
What was the truth bullet that seemed like it shouldn't be a truth bullet?
The lid?
No.
The Monokuma plushie? What
There was a hole in the stomach.
Yes, there was. What does the hole mean?
I'm sorry. Think about it.
I'm thinking...
What do you do with a hole?
Yep. You put stuff in it? Okay.
So what did Nagito do?
Did he put the spear in the hole?
No!
Did he put the knife in the hole?
Yes!
How would that make it go into his hand, though?
Self-inflicted!
Huh? Okay, so wait.
He puts...
The knife in the hole, and then
Right,
he puts his
handle
hand,
in the plushie.
and then he puts his hand into the hole?
No!
Oh, he smacks it?
He smacks his hand onto the blade. Then tosses the plushie aside.
This seems really convoluted.
It is convoluted.
Hajime, that's awesome!
But the hole
I'll
is
let you cop a
round.
feel if you want.
Akane, why?
What the hell?
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you.
That's definitely wrong.
Sonya's a pimp! So the kingdom of Nova Selling is just one big harem!
Oh, Jesus.
I swear to God!
I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not the issue.
100? Just that is one expensive hooker!
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into
Okay,
it,
so
you know?
this is where we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
You're taking a Benjamin from us!
No, you trying to charge me. Now you want the money back? You didn't even get
What?
the money.
What the fuck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest!
We gave you the Benjamin!
We gave you nothing. Wait.
That sounds dirty. Giving someone a Benjamin.
That's okay. This definitely answered this. Okay. So I guess I gotta click on the plushie. Plushie. There it is.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
No.
could he stab his hand that way?
Unlikely.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife
There.
somehow?
I agree with that.
Jeez.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it.
But why is it a perfect circle?
If that's it, he had to place the
It's at
plushie
an
near
angle,
him.
so it would be more
And
like
it
a
also
concave
explains the
circle to
mysterious
us.
blood on the plushie.
I guess.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear.
And this is where the girder comes in.
Yep.
Okay.
If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear
Oh.
should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
Okay, he was holding... Okay, I get it. He was holding the weighted end in his hand, and then when he was finally ready to let it go, he lets go of it, and then the spear falls. Right?
Or he... Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So while he was torturing himself, all he had to do is hold it, and then as soon as he's ready, just let it go. But I thought you said this was a murder.
It is a murder.
Okay.
If that's true, how is that possible? He can't
not a
grab the spear
suicide.
with his right hand.
I'm gonna
if a
say
knife
that
is
right now,
stabbed
it's not
into it,
suicide.
And his left hand was all tied up.
Okay.
I gave you
Probably took the
pretty
spear
much
first,
the answer
easy
with my
under the
question.
pain. He stabbed
What-
the knife into
Aiming
his
for
right hand.
Chiaki, I guess? But Chiaki stood over him and then moved out of the way last second or something?
No. Remember what we said killed him?
The spear.
No.
No, the poison.
Yes. What did he use with the poison?
The fire.
What is the special property of that poison?
It ignites. It spreads into the air.
Yes, and it is heavier than air.
So the smoke that we saw on the ground before we found Nagito's body, the thing that was concealing it, that was the poison?
And it kills quickly.
Yes. Okay. And it was inside the fire grenade. So the spear didn't kill him?
No. Well, maybe it did. That's actually debatable, considering the poison is what made him let go of the spear. Because it's supposed to die. They're supposed to die instantly, but we really don't know.
Oh. So wait, he was holding on to this. So what you're saying is... So he was holding onto the spear. And self-inflicting wounds at the same time, and
Yes.
was just holding the spear because Chiaki made him hold the spear?
No.
He was doing it...
Okay, this setup, it's all Nagito's plan.
And then Chiaki kills him with the fire grenade, right?
Kind of.
Well, okay, let's
Keep playing. Keep playing, trust me.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big, you would die instantly.
Screenshot!
Are you... no. No, I'm not screenshotting that.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Thank you, Kazuichi
Like I
Rosie.
said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die
Now
instantly.
screenshot! Do it! There we go. That's spoiler free.
Say it one more time. I need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
No.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I can.
I also agree with that.
Damn it, why did it be young? Damn it.
To think that one of us
It
could
sounds like
kill
she
someone
doesn't
with such
know
cruelty.
she killed someone yet.
I could never believe that.
What?
What?
Say that again?
Say what again?
Sounds like she doesn't know she killed someone?
Did I say that?
So, okay, so these rules, right? It has to be killing intent, right? Or can you kill someone by accident and not even know it? Are you serious? Are you serious? That's bullshit!
Is everything falling into place?
So Chiaki didn't even know she killed him. Is it just by chance? When we all grabbed fire grenades, it just happened to be whoever grabbed the one with the poison in it, it's the one that's marked as the killer? It's just chance. Pure chance. Are you serious?
You could also say luck.
Nagito wanted Chiaki to be the one?
Well, he wanted the traitor.
And so because of his ultimate luck, it was the traitor. I'm still gonna call bullshit. I'm still calling bullshit on this.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right?
That line. We didn't even
That's why
play
you
it.
keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Ah! Monome's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said.
Ugh.
We've been betrayed over and over again so far. This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Yes.
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed.
I don't... If what you're saying is true, then I don't want to consider Chiaki a killer. Because she didn't know. She didn't mean to. She didn't have any killing intent. It's not her fault. She's not a killer in the way I think of it.
It's not the way you think of it. It's the rules Monokuma laid out.
It's bullshit.
But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
Chiaki, this whole time I thought you were just lying to me, but you weren't. You didn't. You don't even know you're the killer. No, that's messed up.
No matter how
You were
many times I
innocent
may
this
be
whole
betrayed,
time, and I
I
doubted
still
you.
want to believe in everyone.
You want to know what the biggest thing is?
What?
Nagito did it.
Yeah, fuck Nagito. Fuck.
In this case, Nagito killed Chiaki.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually the way to put it. Like, sure, Nagito's the one who died first, but Nagito is the killer in this situation.
And to be honest, this is one of my favorite type of cases. The one where the perpetrator uses his ultimate talent in the actual plan.
Yeah. We haven't even gotten halfway through the trial, and I'm already gonna cry. Ah! Chiaki, no.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
Yes.
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far
But
up till
like-
now.
Everyone working together.
She's right. We made it this far We made it through several years up till now by doing that. Then, even now...
Alright, let's do this.
And I think the girder?
Yeah, it should be the girder. That should be pretty obvious, to be honest. There is no girder.
Maybe we need to save
How did
something.
Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together.
Oh wait, blood on left
through.
hand!
Oh,
When
yeah.
the spear stabbed Nagito,
Blood.
his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Bam!
Aha!
No,
you-
that's
you
wrong.
voted it. Did I touch my focus at all this time?
No.
Like, at all during the chat?
I don't know if you did while I was
Hold
gone.
on.
I
It's
don't
still
think
too
I did.
early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left
I mean,
hand
it's
was
kind of
tied up, you
instinctual
know?
to use focus
Yeah.
now, so I'm trying real hard not to.
But there was something
If
off
anything,
about his left
if we
hand.
don't get it this trial, we always have the sixth case.
But I thought this was the last class trial.
Oh, in this case.
The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm
Imagination.
and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Well, not his left hand doing when the blood splattered. Gripping.
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Here's the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Thank you, Sonia.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right. That's the
Hey,
problem.
Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this,
So-
you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Wait, strike from a good angle. Ha! Ha!
So when you said it's kind of debated whether it's the poison or the spear that killed him, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he died before he let go of the spear, shouldn't rigor mortis kick in and he wouldn't be able to let go of the spear?
Well, that's the thing. You would lose.
But
Rigor mortis sets in a few minutes afterward.
remember Taka from the first game?
Right, but he was gripping with his hand.
Was
The thing is, like if something is pulling on your hand while you're gripping, your natural reaction would just let it go.
But he didn't.
The spear is gravity and inertia, Nick. Think about it. Girder, rope, spear. It would force it down. Because it would force the rope out of his hand if he wasn't gripping it.
I guess.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think.
You say no mistake, and then you say I think.
However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Yeah, the weight. Cord.
Yeah.
I see.
Shaft.
I was trying to find weight,
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that
Yes,
easily.
it will. Come on.
I kind of gave Nick the answer.
I figured it out as well. You know, you didn't, like, just give it to me. I was able to deduce it as well.
Yeah? It took you a while, though.
Yeah.
That's why I said it would take you a while to get this killer. Because you barely had this.
Because the killer is Nagito, not Chiaki. Nagito killed Chiaki.
Yeah, in our eyes, but in Monokuma's eyes, it's the other way around.
Well, fuck Monokuma.
Yep.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
Chiaki, I'm gonna miss you. Damn it. Chiaki, I fucking love you.
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
No, Nagito was facing up and the spear was tapped to his stomach. So just before that, and could it be to save his spear and have Nagito pulling in the tip of the cord to attack him? Putting those together and think of that. Okay, is this gonna be the Hangman's?
I think it's actually going to be Logic. Yeah!
Oh, good, good. I like this better.
I like this game too.
Alright, let's do it. Okay, that's bullshit. That's fine, I guess, but if I keep near the edge. Okay, that doesn't work either. Son of a bitch.
This is where you start dating.
Wow.
My bad. I did not actually mean to do that.
Question 1. Spear.
Above Nagito.
Yes. You don't have to tell me, I can figure it out, mister.
I'm just gonna do it to annoy you.
No. Okay. Okay. Haha. Yes. Thank you.
Haha. Hee hee. Ho ho.
That's not good. Okay.
They're coming to take me away. Haha.
Question 2. Besides the spear, what? Okay, the girder. I mean, sprinklers is also not wrong technically, but we're looking for specifically.
Technically, Nagito wasn't wet. Ha.
Oh. Oh, he wasn't, was he? I didn't even think about that.
They would have said something, wouldn't they?
Yeah. What? What? You changed directions. Okay.
They're coming to take me away. Haha.
To the funny farm.
Yeah.
Question 3. The spear's cord. Okay. Thank you. They're all red.
Yeah.
It's all coming together.
Oh jeez. Well, pink in this game, technically. Although they still see it as red.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
Yes, he's totally mob.
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then
Kinda.
this is for real?
Yeah.
He really committed suicide?
No.
Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping a spear?
Yeah.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Jeez.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Oh, jeez, you're thinking wrong!
That's messed up. That's seriously so
I
messed
mean,
up.
they're technically not wrong. Technically, he did it so Chiaki would kill him, which is technically still suicide, right?
But the point...
Technically. Not in Monokuma's eyes, but technically.
To be honest, no. Because he would have to make the conscious choice of let going the spear.
But he did it so Chiaki would kill him. His intent was to die by someone's hands, albeit through someone else's hands, but he was still intending to die.
Right, but the thing is, he's not intended to kill himself. That was the thing.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, and I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic for him. How stupid of me. Really underestimated his capacity. Capacity for malice. Mind-boggling. A mind-boggling malice that threatens even us. It threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about that until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be...
He'd be laughing at you!
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other. And tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
But the fucking damn death was known!
It's still true.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
All that they're saying is technically not wrong.
But it's not right either.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I think it's a mistake to assume Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about this? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...?
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense. And it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, It's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and something that he couldn't even mess with.
You're gonna keep going? Here, I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to Nagito's death. Piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. Are they talking about this?
Crap!
No.
Let's see. Keep going.
This. 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 This.
I think it may be the blue aluminum seal.
Crap.
No, that's not it. Piece of evidence he couldn't
mess with. He couldn't mess with.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Wait. Gas mask and gloves? Maybe. Poison?
Crap!
No.
Okay, well I'm not gonna get an A rank, damn it. That's fine.
I mean,
this...
that wasn't the point of us doing this anyway.
Crap!
No.
What piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with? Piece of evidence he couldn't mess with. All this he messed with. That 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 he messed with.
Monami's notebook?
Crap!
No, that's not it.
That's the only... What else
Pause.
could he...
Well, while you keep thinking, I'm gonna...
I see!
It was
Time of death!
Yeah.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah.
Oh, right!
Yeah, he couldn't mess with that either.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about. What is it? What's in the Monokuma file?
Is it time of death?
Let's see what time of death. Yeah.
No.
No. Oh, wait. The word is...
Cause of death!
Ah. Whoops. What? Okay, thankfully there's...
You may want to explode those.
Shit. I wanted that shit. Shit. There's so many...
Now. Oh, gee.
There's so many everywhere! Shit!
Oh, we needed that E. Oh, eat. Just focus on spelling the word.
Yes. Why are there
A.
so many?
Is there an A? Oh,
I'm going
no.
to die!
T. Let's look for T. Da. Oh, there's a T up there. Now an H.
I'm
H.
running out of fucking health.
Yes.
Why was that so bad?
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in
Look
Nagito's
at the
stomach.
case of fucking
It is obvious just by looking
Nekamaru.
at it
Yeah.
that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
Fifth?
There he goes again! I'm so
Fifth?
appalled that I have nothing to say.
Fifth. Do they mean fifth?
Fifth Amendment.
Yeah.
Right
but
to
he
remain
said-
silent.
He said fifth.
Oh.
F-I-F.
I don't know.
Even during Gundam's case.
This isn't the American.
Look, see?
Nikon's
Watch.
case.
Keep playing.
Hold on, but the fifth is the Fifth Amendment in the American Constitution. This is Japan.
They said Benjamin, didn't
I
they?
guess that's true. What the fuck?
The thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
Why is your chair so low rendered?
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying, but if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Splendid. You guys are so splendid right now.
Oh, Chiaki, I believe in you. Unfortunately, you don't know. You don't know what you did.
That's right.
So
if
bullshit.
all your hopes are united, no despair can shake
You didn't even realize it. You were thinking that's impossible.
I thought it was Chiaki, but I didn't realize Chiaki didn't know. Now I think
You
about it.
said everything kind of made sense if you thought about it. The poison in Nagito's room.
Yeah,
The
I know.
blue seal of the grenade. The only one that touched those grenades is Nagito. He set this all up to expose the traitor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
was it to kill the traitor or to kill everyone but the traitor?
Probably to kill the traitor. Or wait, why would it kill everyone but the traitor? What? What? Why would he want to kill everyone but the traitor? What? Then the situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking.
You do that sometimes, Nick.
Yeah, I know I do. What's your point?
You want to fight about it? So I overthink. Big Wolf, want to fight about it?
No.
Man, my heart is racing like crazy when I thought about voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way that's gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured out that too. You're the only one who didn't know.
Yep, Nick.
Isn't that right, Monami? I actually did think it was suspicious. Hey! How much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed! Friendship is measured by how long you can stay in the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends! Don't say such stupid things! I hate you so much right now! Enough! Why do I have to be hated so much? That much, whatever. Besides the fact that you stabbed me like that, I don't trust you at all! Not one easy-titsy 1 millimeter thing! How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know. We didn't mean to friends in the first place! Even as your older brother, let me say this. You're not even my brother! It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys.
I think I'll let the first team bathroom.
Oh. Let's finish this part first.
Yep.
Well, there might be some demands for that.
I'm so sorry. I totally took the man thing.
In the next episode.
Yep, see you guys then.
Bye.